62% of buyers don't trust salespeople because they're game shadier than a guy selling flat screen TVs at a flea market. Here's the truth. Your closing percentage is weak. You haven't hit objective all year.
Loser.
Your commissions have basically disappeared, and you're whining about not getting enough real customers. Wah, come on, man. Are the customers not real, or is your sales game weaker than the lemonade you bought at the town fair? Look, 79% of buyers want to deal with a live person, but they're running from the vibe that you're giving off. On this episode of Ultimate Sales Pro Live, I'm torching your weak rapport building habits and giving you the exact mindset, tools, and words to turn skeptics into buyers. This is the show that transforms back alley hustlers into stand-up sales pros who stack cash like Saudi kings. Strap in and get ready. This is the Ultimate Sales Pro Live.
Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
The Ultimate Sales Pro Live is brought to you by CarNow. Connect better. Sell more.
Let me just say, if your dealership's leads, incoming calls, and floor traffic are weak, if your ads are lifeless or non-existent, or your website looks like it was designed by a 4-year-old working with nothing but a crayon, my friend, you need Strong 30 Marketing and Advertising, a division of Strong 30 Automotive. Website optimization, Google search, social media ads, email marketing, and so much more. Hey, just hit me up in Messenger and let's talk. Welcome, my friends, to another episode of Ultimate Sales Pro Live. I'm Frank J. Lopes, and when I'm not in front of these cameras, I'm helping dealers drag themselves out of the sales gutter with dominating marketing, advertising, and sales training that fills a dealer's bank account. Today, we're tackling a straight-up deal killer. Your customers don't trust you. Stop chasing buyers away. Friends, 62% of buyers distrust dealers because traditionally, salespeople have been coming off as pushy, sleazy, or robotic since the beginning of car sales time. And to be straight, most of you are doing a great job of carrying on that tradition, acting like a flea market vendor, hawking knockoff Bolexes and Nucci bags. And the result? You're doing a great job of handing deals to the pros that I train and market for across town. 79% of buyers want to deal with a live person, but they're spending a lot of money. And of course, they expect you to earn their trust. Friends, during this video, I'll be dropping 3 power segments packed with tools, tactics, real-life stories, and a hard kick in the ass to help transform you from an order taker to an ultimate sales pro. Grab a pen and paper and stay locked in for about 20 minutes of money-saving tips and training. Let's get started right now. Friends, let me hit you with the brutal truth. 62% of buyers don't trust you. Your dealership drops hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads to get customers to send in leads, call on the phone, and to come into the showroom. And you're chasing them away by acting like a car sales stereotype straight out of a bad 80s movie. You're not building rapport. You're pushing like a carnival barker trying to get someone to toss ping pong balls into goldfish bowls. You're throwing scripted hard closes, or even worse, you're dodging questions with answers that scream,
Hey, look, man, I'm only here to suck as much money out of your wallet as I possibly can.
why? Because you're only focused on the sale, not the buyer. And they smell it from the parking lot. They say things like,
Well, I need to think about it.
and you hit them with,
Oh, well, what's really stopping you?
like some pushy infomercial pitch man. Friends, that's not closing. That's rushing them out the door faster than when they reluctantly walked in. Take Paula, a salesperson I coached at a Toyota dealership in Texas. A walk-in asks about a Highlander. The customer says, I'm a little worried about the price. And Paula goes full hard sell. Well, look, we'll beat any verifiable deal. Don't worry about the price. You should have seen the look on the customer's face. Total disgust. What happened? The customer mysteriously had to go. Now, I personally followed up with that customer the next day by texting her and saying, hey, what's the one thing that held you back yesterday from buying the Highlander? Managers, you want to help your salespeople do follow-up? Use that text message. What's the one thing that held you back yesterday from buying whatever the vehicle was? The customer replied, Paula. Really? She said, Paula. I told her I was worried about the price, and she started talking about beating deals and not to worry about the price. But of course, I have to worry about it. I have to pay it. Thank you, but I went to another dealer and I bought a RAV4. You see, Paula didn't lose the sale. She pushed it away. Customer was looking at a Highlander. She was concerned about the price. What'd she wind up buying? A RAV4, a little bit less of an expensive vehicle. When I asked Paula about the customer, she said, oh, well, they weren't really ready to buy. Come on, girl, right? That's the perfect example of breaking trust right there. Or actually, I should call it as I see it, call it as it really is. That's not breaking the trust, that's killing it. Friends, 77% of buyers want a transparent experience, but only 22% feel that they actually get one. And I think at least half of that 22% are just trying to be nice or were afraid that the selling dealer would see their survey answers. You're serving up smoke and mirrors instead of information and assistance. Hey, here's another story. I coached a team at a Ford dealership in Florida where a sales rep rushed a buyer through a $70,000 F-150 deal without explaining any finance options. The dealership tried to box close the customer, tried to let finance talk about the financing options. What happened? The customer felt hustled and walked out. Once again, I followed up with them later that day, and I learned that the customer drove 50 miles one way to buy from another dealer, and that they had already left a 1-star review that's still haunting that dealership, pulling their Google score down. Look, you're not closing because you're acting like a hustler, not a helper. And don't give me that whole
buyers are skeptical, buyers are liars.
Of course they're skeptical. Of course they're cautious. Of course they're lying. Who wants to get screwed on a $40,000 purchase? Honestly, can you blame them for being skeptical? If you're like, well,
Yeah.
friend, get ready. Get ready for 8 to 12 cars every single month for your whole entire career. Hey, after this break, I'm giving you the framework to build trust and close like a pro. Don't scroll. We will be right back.
Today's market, dealers can't afford to leave leads behind. Yet, most don't engage until after 30 minutes. Meanwhile, shoppers leave for another dealer's site just after 2. Handling leads demands time your salespeople don't always have. Reconnect from CarNow automates the follow-up process, combining automation, AI, and human support. Reconnect is a single product that keeps buyers engaged and connected without tying up your team. Turn tedious lead development into an effortless, effective part of your sales strategy. Reconnect from CarNow. Don't leave another lead behind.
Hey, my friends, if your showroom's slower than a Saturn dealer was in 2009, you need Strong 30 Marketing and Advertising, a division of Strong 30 Automotive. Website optimization, Google search, social media marketing, email marketing, traditional TV, man, whatever you need, Strong 30 knows how to do it and will fill your CRM and your showroom with customers. Hit me up with Messenger and we'll help you pack your sales floor with buyers that are ready to go right now. Okay, friends, we're back, and it's time to stop franking around over here and let's get to work. You want to stop chasing buyers away? You need to use my 3 T's of trust: transparency, tailor, and testify. These 3 T's make the difference between having people at the bank stand and give you a round of applause as you walk in to make your deposit or your paycheck, or you having your ATM card denied at Wawa or 7-Eleven when you stop in to get a 99-cent hot dog. Okay, let's start with the first T, transparency. Friends, be upfront about everything: pricing, fees, options, equipment. My friends, everything means everything. No games, no
bad words.
Customer asks, what's the total cost? Or nowadays they seem to ask, hey, what's the out the door price? Don't try to dodge the answer with some
Bad words.
like, oh, well, we'll get to that later. That's going to light up their spidey sense real quick. Say, hey, you know what? That's a great question. The Camry's $41,450, including taxes and fees. Let me break that down for you, every single penny by penny. Friends, it's that simple. Literally, it's that simple. I recently coached a salesperson at a Chevy dealer in Austin, Texas, who went from 16% to 56% closing rate by stopping the
Well, the finance manager will go over all that with you.
and laying out the numbers up front, clear, no.
Bad words.
Remember the stat. 77% of customers want full transparency, but only 22% get it. And I think half the 22% are lying. Look, if you hide anything, they're going to be out the door. The next T is tailor. Match the vehicle that you show the customer to their needs, not just the car that they asked for or the car that's on your dealership's hit list. Customer walks in and says that they want to see a RAV4, but in conversation, they mention that they've got 4 dogs and 4 kids, and they regularly go to see their family, and the drive there is like 6 hours each way. Friends, don't go rushing to show them the RAV4, which only holds 5 passengers max. Bring up a Highlander and say, hey, given the size of your family, the Highlander actually has the space and safety that you need. While you're here, all right, you're already here. While you're here, let's spend a minute and check it out just to see if it fits your needs a little better than the RAV4. Never, ever be afraid to make a recommendation. Always believe the customer will buy if you solve their problem. Running to show them the vehicle that they asked for when you know it's not the right vehicle for them is you running into a wall. The last T is testify. Never be afraid to share real customer stories to build credibility. The customer hesitates on the price, say, hey, look, I totally get it. I had a customer just last week that she was nervous going up about $100 a month in her payment, okay? But she was in to pick up her plates just a few minutes before you arrived, and she told me thank you and that she loves the vehicle. I know it looks like a lot right now, but you're getting a lot in return, and it's a lot that you need. When the customer asks to see a particular vehicle, and with every fabric of your being, that vehicle is the wrong vehicle for them. Say something to the tune of, that's a really, really nice vehicle. And I showed it to a gentleman just day before yesterday, and he thought it was too small for him and also too small for him and his family. He actually switched to a Highlander, just like the one that I showed you, but he wanted black. See, advising a customer on what is best for them, that's building trust. Y'all can keep trying to talk about the Yankees or about if Georgia or Tennessee is going to win the SEC this year. My sales pros will keep talking about the customer's wants, needs, and musts, and what vehicle is best for them. Hey friends, don't go anywhere. Next, I'm dropping my words that win so that you can build trust with your customers. You turned it on, now leave it on. We'll be right back.
Need some motivation and inspiration first thing in the morning? Sure you do. Join the Get More Frank text crew for daily motivation and inspiration delivered direct to your phone. Text "Let Me In" to 732-561-1854 to join the crew and get more Frank.
Okay, friends, we are back. We are back with words that win. You've got the 3 T's, and to be honest, some of you was
Bad words.
this up because you don't know what to say. Look, that's okay. Now I'm going to give you the words that win. Exact scripts to build trust and close every single buyer. These words are straight from the Strong 30 playbook, and I'm going to teach them to you right now. Let's start when a customer asks, hey, so what's the out the door price? What do you say? What are your words that win? You say, hey, great question. The Camry's $35,590 plus tax, title, and fees. That's going to come out to be about $38,000 out the door. I've got it all printed out on this worksheet right here. Let's break it down together, line by line, penny by penny, so you can see it all. Now, why does this work? Why are these words that win? Because transparency kills distrust faster than raid kills ants. When a customer asks you for the price, tell them what the price is. If you're afraid that they're going to ask for a discount, let me help you with that. Come here. Come a little closer. They are going to ask for a discount. They're supposed to ask for a discount. The fact that you don't know how to handle when the customer asks for a discount has nothing to do with the fact that the customer is going to ask for a discount. And think about it. They're the ones who are paying. Of course, they're going to ask for a discount. Okay, next, the customer says to you, I think I need to think about it. You say, no problem. No, I totally get it. Let me help you with those thoughts there, okay? We have to make sure first, before anything else, that this is the right vehicle for you. So what's the one thing that is a must for your new vehicle? Then when the customer answers and your vehicle meets that must, then ask them, okay, what's the next thing that's a must? And you keep going and going and going until you find out what that vehicle is lacking. Then you know if you're on the wrong car or if you're on the right car. And I know some of you right now are going to say,
Well, they're going to say it's the price.
of course they are. Then you have to go with them and you have to make an assessment. Is it just that they're complaining about the price, or is it that they can't afford the price, but they just don't want to say it? What are they paying now? Is the jump in their monthly payment dramatic? And if it is, guess what? You got them on the wrong car. It's time to switch vehicles. Just you walking through the musts, it helps the customer realize that they've got the perfect vehicle, and that vehicle is only a few signatures away from being their vehicle. Let's move on to number 3. Customer says to you, I never ever buy without shopping around. They usually say this at the beginning of the showroom visit. You say to them, hey, look, I hear you. And I'll tell you right now, I'm different than anyone you've ever dealt with at a car dealership. But don't just let me say that to you like right now. Don't just let me say it. Let me show you over the next 30 to 60 minutes while we look at vehicles and take a test drive. By the time this is done, I'm pretty sure that you're going to agree. Now, why are these words that win? Because you not only say that you'll be different, and anybody can say that they'll be different, right? Anybody can say they're different. But you're willing to stand right in front of them and say, I will show you how I'm different. Friends, talk is cheap, okay? But actions mean everything. Now, of course, you say in this, what do you got to do? You got to do the right thing for the customer, and you got to be different. Okay, my friends, the final word, and here is the final word. Friends, grab the wheel, take control, and build trust like a pro. Reality for most of you is that your sales game is a disaster because most buyers simply don't trust you, and you're chasing them away with back alley deal vibes. Use the 3 T's, transparency, tailor, and testify to win them over. Be upfront with every single number. Don't hide anything, okay? Meet their musts and share real stories that scream credibility. Stop being that flea market vendor who scares buyers off. Be the closer who stacks commissions like a king. Believe every buyer is ready to sign if you earn their trust, and act like they're alley, not a hustler. Hey friends, text the words right now. Text the words, let me in, to 732-561-1854, and I will send you a text message every day of daily inspiration and motivation to keep your mind and keep your game sharp. Drop your best trust-building tip into the comments and share this episode with your entire team. Feel free to hit me up in Messenger and bring me to your dealership. I'll make your crew sweat in the conference room so they don't bleed down on the sales floor. Don't forget, episode of Ultimate Sales Pro Live drop every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss them. I'm Frank J. Lopes, and until next time, be confident, be clear, be trusted, be ultimate, and thank God for the car business. We'll see you next time.